Good morning, everyone. All right. Looks like there's gonna be a bunch of alerts going off right out of the gate for me. Since there's so many things gapping higher over my alert levels. Alright, NIO, I covered most yesterday. I was short 150,000 shares at one point. As you know, I shorted it on the first red candle here, first red 5-minute candle in the high 1470s. But I got stopped out of that short, then I re-shorted. I think I did like 50,000 shares, got stopped out. Then I re-shorted here when it failed at VWAP. I shorted 70,000 shares. And then after it had failed at VWAP one more time and started taking out the lows of the day, I added another, or somewhere here I think I added another 50, and then I added a little bit more when it took out the lows of the day, and then it just straight out flushed. Covered a bunch into the flush, some into the close. But I still kept about 80,000 shares overnight, or not about, exactly 80,000 shares. So that was a good trade. I think I was up over 300k at one point near the lows of the day, maybe even close to 400k. No, not 400, 300k, a little bit over 300k. So that was a good trade. But I still think it could go lower. But in this market, if it market keeps grinding higher, this stick could also obviously go higher. But I was really hoping for like 11s or something eventually. SC, this one I'm just trailing at this point. I'm not selling into strength. This thing is, I have such a small position left. So let's see, can it go to mid-high hundreds? I don't know. BLDP, I sold some pre-market. Looks like my ad was pretty good yesterday. I just couldn't stand the fear of missing out after getting shaken out of this thing. But I sold tiny bit. I sold the 2,500 shares pre-market. I still have 37,500 shares. Beely looks like this is gapping up together with all the other China names. China is going nuts right now. And I don't have a lot of China exposure, unfortunately, except for Beely and PDD. BE is gapping up. I sold a tiny bit yesterday. It looks like I'm gonna sell some more in the low 13s today. I'm gonna put some sell orders out there. Well, again, pretty much everything is gapping higher. So I'm just putting some tiny sell orders out there. Didn't I post on Twitter? Oh, I didn't. Oh, thanks. I wrote the tweet, but I forgot to post it. All right. Thanks. Easy Stock Trader. D-Dog, I sold tiny bit yesterday. Gonna sell some more today. Gotta sell some more today. Everything is just going straight up again. Pretty amazing. I can't believe this market. Livongo looks like I have to sell some more today. Tesla, this thing, I had an insanely big short position yesterday. It was one of the biggest positions I've ever had. I was short 4,000 shares. That was over 6 million, or almost a $6 million position, I think. So that was a pretty, but I covered some into the flush, and then I covered a bunch before they closed, because it closed very strong. Like this thing, I feel it wants to go higher. This thing doesn't want to go down. It undercut the rising 20 EMA on the 60-minute chart and just reclaimed, and you know, this thing may want to go to 2000. MDB, I bought it late day as it started breaking out. Not a powerful breakout, it's just more of a grinder. But like everything is grinding higher, so I just wanted to increase my exposure in case we get a melt up, which it looks like we are having right now. Just trim and trail. This is a bull market, and this is why swing trading is so fantastic in a bull market. You just really don't have to work that hard for the money. It's all about letting it come to you. Nikola, obviously I'm having some regrets not buying the opening range highs in the mid 46s. It's up 25-30% since. This thing could go even higher. And then I have a bunch of different stuff on watch, mostly on the long side. Yeah, both NIO and EMA undercut and reclaimed, NIO and Tesla undercut and reclaimed the rising 20 EMA on the 60-minute chart. I am watching NIO though, opening range lows, to add back. I'm gonna add like 50-70,000 shares to my existing short, but we'll see. We'll see. This one too, I had a pretty decent position. Easy to borrow and very liquid. That's the best combination. Man, this China stock, Alibaba straight up, NetEase. Even this JD, the one that stopped me out when I bought it this day here, it closed weak, so I sold it before the close, I think, or was it the day after, and then it broke out, and now it's up a bunch. God damn it. And then there are some thin China names like Tiger, the China brokerages, and JRJC is also getting pumped. The Robin Hoods of China, or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, there's actually someone told me there's a function to upload directly from Twitch to YouTube. So now I don't have to record the sessions. I can just upload it. They are saved automatically in Twitch. I didn't know that. So now I don't have to think about recording. Yeah, thanks, Abe's Life. Be right back. I'm gonna get some drink. All right, let's see what we get today. I just added to my NIO short. I added another 50,000 shares. Roku is coming out of a huge range on the weekly chart. I just bought 12,000 shares of Roku here. This thing looks exactly like Square did a couple of months ago on the weekly chart. Looks very similar. DraftKings? Yeah, I covered it yesterday. When it reclaimed the rising 50-day at the close. I covered it at the close. It just, I was hoping for it to break down further, so I just took the safe route and covered it. We are in a fierce bull market, and gotta be careful with the shorts. They don't really have as much downside as you hope. Livongo, oh my god, this is a beast. What an amazing stock, really, holy shit. Wait, NIO, I got stopped out of the ad? Really? I didn't realize that, okay. But if it takes out opening range lows, I'm gonna add it back. Looks like it's about to take out opening range lows again. Tesla taking out opening range lows too. I just added a bit more to Tesla. Guys, Roku, the stop is lows of the day. You know my stop rules. Lows of the day for longs, highs of the day for shorts. Do you think NIO will go up? No, I'm short NIO. But it can very easily go up. I want this thing to go to 20 plus. The higher it goes, the better it is. So far I only traded Tesla opening range lows and NIO opening range lows, even though looks like they both suckered me in. This mRNA is getting super tight. It undercut the 50-day, reclaimed. Now it's grinding higher. I mean, look at the weekly chart on this thing. Looks like a high tight flag on the weekly chart. These things are so tight. Okay, NIO took out opening range lows now. Okay, Roku is about to take out highs for the day. Maybe I'll add more. Oh, Space is the missed trade of the day, it looks like. I was looking at it under the gate. Because it gapped up over this range. Now it's too late here. Snap. Nothing. It's just the middle of nowhere. I see no edge either way on Snap. Unless you're long from lower, you shouldn't touch it. Ovid. What I think of it, I don't know. I don't know, is it a COVID-19 stock? In that case, yes. Otherwise, no. Shorts in APT? Why short? APT is a mask play, and masks are like a hottest theme right now. No way I would short that thing right now. Let's see here. Yeah, I saw that. BLDP is up while Plug is down. But Plug already had a big run, just resting. FCell is lagging like usual. Yeah, this BLDP, man, those FOMO buys yesterday. We are in the market where, you know, chasing can work sometimes. I feel dirty for rebuying BLDP yesterday, but it's the market. What's going on with DSS? What's the news on DSS? Peloton grinding higher. Man, we're gonna have some epic short opportunities in the coming weeks. Like all of these stocks that just keep grinding higher, like it's not gonna last forever. They're gonna have some decent pullbacks sooner or later. And we'll be there to capitalize on those pullbacks. Right now, can't get in front of the trend. I'm sorry, what? Looks like a gap close in Nasdaq and rebound. What? Yes, what do you mean by gap close? I have no idea what you're talking about. Mogo halt? Oh, thin piece of shit name. Yeah, but you're talking about gap close. Oh, you mean it's... Oh, okay, now I understand. Okay, I thought it was... Okay, I thought you were talking about like yesterday's close. Oh, okay. You mean like it's gonna close the gap. Okay, yeah, okay, I get it now. Sorry. I'm a bit slow sometimes. All right. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Oh shit, what are my shorts doing? NIO, okay. NIO just got rejected off the VWAP again, and Tesla also got rejected off the VWAP. I'm short 3,000 shares of Tesla. I had another 1100 opening range lows. And currently I'm short 135,000 shares of NIO. I hope these things can fade a little bit more. Obviously, I'm gonna cover into any flushes. Yeah, wait, what? So you mean the document security systems are doing some in vitro testing of COVID-19? That's what? Isn't DSS, isn't this like a... Aren't they doing some in the document business? Not in the biotech business? Man, you know it's a fraud when a company called Document Security Systems is doing some biotech stuff. What? Oh, this thing was pumped as a blockchain play a couple of years ago. Yeah, they were doing cybersecurity, they were doing blockchain related stuff. Man, I love these. This is why I keep notes, because it's so funny to go back Like some stocks get pumped every couple of years and there's always a new theme. It's so funny. Yeah, they are very versatile. You know, it's all about having a versatile business model. Glue. Yeah, it's kind of breaking out, but it's a choppy chart. It's not really a momentum leader. I see what you see here, but it's not really as clean of a stock as I would personally trade. It's a very choppy name. Stick to the momentum leaders, in my opinion. I hope this Nikola closes strong today and gaps up tomorrow and then has a big third day reversal. Just like Tesla had back a couple of months back in February, when it also had a big run, had it pulled back to the rising 50-day, had a 3-day bounce. On day 3 it gapped up, then it faded. Remember, we traded this thing here, and then it went down to the rising 200-day. Like Nikola looks very similar, had a big run, broke down, bounced straight off the 50-day moving average, and now it's working on a second-day bounce. So tomorrow, if we can get like mid 60s, high 60s, that would be ideal. Very. Yeah, bouncing off the 50-day. Alright, I need to go through my portfolio here. Livongo, I think I sold some in $100. Let's see if... No, 101, okay. Gonna set another... Holy shit, this thing is going straight up! Ah! Looks like NIO getting stopped out again. Yep, I got stopped out on NIO again. So I lost 36k so far trying to short this NIO twice. I still have my overnight shares. I covered a tiny bit of my overnight shares, but I still have 70,000 out of 80,000 overnight shares. Holy shit, overstock! It's coming. Man, the shorting is so hard right now. We're gonna get some epic opportunity over the next few weeks, but right now things refuse to go down. I'm gonna move my stop to break even on this overstock. I refuse to give back any gains. I'm still in 2/3 of my size. I had 30,000 shares yesterday and now I still have 20. I really thought this thing was gonna go to high mid-30s, but nope. Shorting in a raging bull market, not the easiest sometimes. The problem is you get the good setups, they work initially, they work for one day, and then they bounce right back. There's no follow through. That's what makes it hard right now to short these parabolic type of stocks. That's what makes it a little bit tricky. I'm selling some Fastly here. A tiny bit. AMD looks like it's a big time laggard, but man, the chart is... It's been going sideways for like a year. Or not really, but almost 7-8 months at least. All right, I'm gonna get to some questions now. Okay, Remora Trader has a good question. Look, what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna answer the question right now because it takes some time to answer it. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna save the question. I'm gonna do the method video, which is coming sometime this year. I'm gonna take all these questions, I'm gonna answer those. AMD, yeah, David, AMD is just breaking out of a range. It's been super choppy and it's a super laggard. Like semiconductors broke out, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days ago, right? Or 6 days ago is where the semiconductors broke out. Like Nvidia broke out, okay? XLNX, which I think someone mentioned, this one broke, but this is a piece of shit laggard. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing, this thing broke out. And AMD is lagging again. It's been lagging every single, like this here, when it tried to break out here, this was also after the semis had already had a nice run. And then this thing started breaking out late. It feels like the same scenario. AMD is a huge turd. It's not a leader anymore. That's what makes me cautious. If it had broken out the same day last week when all the other semis broke out, I would be all over this thing. I would be long 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 shares of this thing right now. But I don't like laggards. ALT. ALT, if we can go to 30, 40, it could be a nice short eventually. Spotify, the Spotify entry, this thing broke out in the high 190s. If you are chasing it any higher than that, you are probably not doing things correctly. But yeah, this thing looks like it wants to go to low 300s at least. No, I'm not fighting Uncle Jerome. I'm trading very, very specific setups on mostly piece of shit crap stocks that get overextended. SBC is breaking out, is it? Yeah, Cheese Midi, exactly. There's so many better setups. Well, right now there's not many setups at all because everything has gone up. Like we are literally squeezing water out of a wet towel that someone has already squeezed. That's what we're doing right now at this point. There's really not many solid setups. Like the setups I bought, like BLDP when I rebought it yesterday, right? I mean, and NIO also when I bought it on this day here. Now this thing went up a lot, obviously, 70% almost. But that's what it feels like right now. Like all the great setups were a month, 2, 3 months ago. Now it's just... We're playing a very dangerous game right now. Yeah, see, I'm watching it, but again... This Livongo, if this thing can keep going a few more days, I mean, potentially as soon as tomorrow, I think there could be a short setup here. Now it's starting to get a bit extended. This thing is up 35% from the nearest base. What's this UAVS? This thing is getting pumped, like Amazon pump. They got pumped before too, but let's see here. I just bought 100,000 shares of UAVS for fun. Let's see if this piece of shit can get going. I've seen people pumping this thing for a while. My thoughts of ALT, I think I already answered that. But this thing is, you know, this thing obviously had long entries when it broke out here and when it broke out here. And, you know, we may get a short opportunity in a few days on this thing. Okay, yeah, NIO, I'm still watching it for to add back or to get back on my day trading shares, but it needs to get below VWAP. It could very easily grind back towards 1450 or something, but once it starts failing at VWAP again, I will add back some shares. Beyond Meat? What about it? What about Beyond Meat? What I think of Workhorse? Right now, they have a forward-looking event next week, so this thing may, you know, hold up into it, or maybe even run up a little bit into it. I don't know. It's building a range here. If it can go sideways a bit more, maybe one more day, you know, then we'll see. Right now, it's the middle of nowhere. I don't see an edge anyway. Beyond Meat bounce play? It's just in the middle of a range. I don't see anything here. It's just literally in the middle of a range. Yeah, space was the miss of the day, man. I was looking at this thing when it broke out in the low 17s, mid 17s. Instead, I bought Roku, which looks like it's working, but I guess I should have bought some space too. But alright, not the end of the world. I'd rather put my nuts in a blender than short Amazon. You're thinking about it in the wrong way. You have to start thinking about setups. Always think setups. If there's a good setup, doesn't matter what stock it is. Right now there's no setup to short. This thing needs to go parabolic to like, I don't know, high 3000s or something in a straight row. Or it needs to start topping out and get below, support areas need to start act as resistance areas. But yeah, right now it looks like a rocket ship. And in this moment, I agree. At this moment, I would rather put my nuts in a blender too than short it. But once the setup arrives, if there's a good setup, I wouldn't hesitate to short this thing. You're staying away from blended drinks? It's so hard to trade these quadruple digit stocks. It's so hard to do the math. Like if I want to short a $2 million position, like I can't do the math in my head. It's pretty amazing. So I have to go backwards. Okay, so let's say if I buy or short 1,000 shares, okay, that's a $3.1 million position. So how much is, so I know that 2 million is 2/3 of that. So 2/3 of 1,000 shares, that's about what, 700 shares maybe, 650 shares. So I have to like, it takes me like 20 minutes to do the math. I have the same problem with Tesla. It takes like forever to do the math. It's so hard. They should ban stocks above 1,000. Like there should be a rule that every time a stock hits quadruple digit, it gets automatically split. They would rather short Amazon. I like my nuts too. What's street smart? Yeah, there should be a function. Like, I don't know how many brokers have it. I know one of my Swedish broker has it, that you just put in the dollar amount and it automatically buys or sells the shares. So let's say you have, say, $10,000, you want to do a $10,000 position, you just put in 10,000 shares and it automatically buys the correct amount of shares. This should be, like, every trading platform should have something like that. It would actually make life much easier. Thinkorswim has it? Yeah. I'm using Sterling Trader. They don't. Yeah, AMD is going now. What if this thing goes to like 70 now? I'm like, no, it's a laggard. It's not gonna go. Fuck. This Roku better perform because this is the horse I bet on. I passed on Space. I passed on AMD. Instead I did Roku. Now it better perform. It better go to 200 now. Yeah, Space, or not Space, SunPower. Yeah, solar stocks are all very hot right now. Whoa, what's going on here? Oh. Oh, Chumi is going. God damn it. I remember this Chumi, this thing went straight up from the IPO. I bought it on the IPO day and it more than doubled in a few sessions. This thing has actually pretty big potential. I just need to wait for a correct setup. It's like the Amazon and Square and PayPal of Africa. Or it's getting pumped as it. It's a total piece of shit. They're probably gonna go bankrupt, but it's a hot theme. NK going down. It's just digesting some of the breakout from yesterday. UAVS going to 10? Hey, I'm long 10,000 shares, 164. It better go to 10. It better go to 10. What I think is happening with RUN, they bought the VSLR. It looks strong. Needs a couple of weeks at least sideways, then there's maybe a setup in it. Right now, it's in the middle of nowhere. Oh man, airlines are breaking lower. This thing looks like poison, all of them. They look like poison. ALT, nice, taking out yesterday's highs. I think if it can close strong today, go to like high 20s, mid-high 20s, and then maybe tomorrow this could be a short setup here. They had some news late day yesterday where it just went straight up from like 13 to 21 almost. 60% in like half an hour. That's a pretty nice squeeze. Come on, Roku. Go higher. I mean, if you look at the weekly chart on Roku, or even, yeah, the weekly chart, this thing is taking out the year-long range. And it's also been building higher lows, mostly, for like over a year. I really like it. I really like it. Yeah, you can tell there's a lot of new people here. The chat is cluttered with a lot of stuff. Okay, Tesla about to take... Guys, all the new people here, go to my Twitter, look at the pinned tweet. There's 2 videos there. You need to watch those videos. This is not some kind of a day trading alert chat room. This is... You're not gonna get some fish here, but if you want to learn how to fish for yourselves, this is the place to be. But you know, you're not gonna get any calls or tips or whatnot here. This is a swing trading community. And only those of you want to learn how to make millions. For the rest of you, this is not the place to be. This stream gonna take over the ginger bearded streams by 2021. My Twitch channel is in a bull market bubble. Yeah, I'm going parabolic. It's time to short my Twitch stream. $1 million day? Yes. $1 million days are very nice. Unless you lost $1 million in a day. That's not as nice. Well, it's TC2000, but this is my own notes. This is not something that gets added automatically. This is just pieces I've collected from Twitter and news sources. I like to keep track of a stock story, just to know what the hell is going on. In trading and the stock market, you need every edge you possibly can get. And keeping a track of a stock story is one way to get an additional edge. Oh yeah, Roku, come on! You need to beat Space. Roku needs to beat Space and AMD. Because those are the two ones I didn't buy. So Roku better perform here. How long my strategies have been work? Are you asking Chuk666? Are you asking me how long I have been using them or how long they have been working? I have been using my strategies for the most part, 7-8 years in one form or another. But if you're asking how long these strategies have been working, the answer is 150 years plus. How do I know that? Because I've looked back at thousands of stocks for many decades. I've seen stock charts from the early 1900s, and there's nothing new. The same patterns occur over and over and over again. All I'm doing is exploiting the same things that occur over and over and over again. Nothing new under the sun. No rocket science included. SDGR. SDGR, there's no setup. The last time it had a good setup was back here on 17th of June. Tesla, I'm gonna cover a tiny bit from my ads. PE is reversing a bit. BLDP is reversing a little bit. UAVS is reversing. Hey, Twitter said, didn't someone on Twitter say this thing was gonna go to 10? Is Tumi a scam? I heard many people say it's a scam, but they have a business. Like, I mean, aren't they a legitimate business? They have real revenues, even though it's not really a growing company. It looks like they actually had declining revenues last quarter. They are pumping the lithium and cobalt stocks. This LAC is getting a hard pumped. It's been getting hard pumped for years by the same guy. And it just keeps going lower. But hey, you know, once one of these things catches Momo, it's gonna go up 500% in a week, so I don't know. You're shocked that Twitter could be wrong? Yeah. I'm gonna delete Twitter. I'm gonna delete Twitter. I'm gonna cancel Twitter. Exactly, Twitter is never wrong. WRTC, what is this? Oh, I'm long this thing. Yeah, no, there's no ad spot. The ad here, like $10 area, that was the ad. That's when it broke out. Now it's just, you know, all about letting it play out. Hey guys, let's keep the stream in English. I'm not gonna release a DVD. I'm gonna do a Twitter video, not Twitter video, YouTube video that explains my methodology, but there's not gonna be a DVD. I mean, really, DVD, that's like, that sounds very 2013. It's all about streaming now. Yeah, I know. I know. If I'm gonna do a DVD, it's gonna be like 500 bucks. I'm gonna do a VHS. I'm gonna do a VHS. And you know, you guys, you're gonna get a special package. You're gonna get a VHS, a five tape package that explains my methodology, and you're gonna get a CD of my favorite songs for free, all for $4.99. Does it sound like a good deal or not? Great deal? Yeah. Copyright strike incoming. 8-track? Send me your PayPal and wire cash now. You want my favorite receipts? Yeah. Do you have OnlyFans? No, I don't have OnlyFans. Do you guys want me to create an OnlyFans? You perverts. Accept pre-orders? Yes, I accept wires to my PayPal account. Yeah, loser mug. Well, let's just say I heard about OnlyFans on Twitter. Do you guys follow Ram Capital? It's like a trading slash investing parody account. He's joking about OnlyFans all the time. Exactly, we all heard. I heard from a friend. No, but he's usually joking about OnlyFans. So that's where I heard about OnlyFans. I promise. I had no idea what it was before. Now the question is, where did he hear about OnlyFans? That's what I want to know. On NIO, I'm watching the low of this current 60-minute candle to potentially Oh my god, AMD! Did I screw this one up? No, I did. Like, semis broke out last week. This thing is a huge lagger. No, I mean, no. What's Tiger doing? Oh, okay. No, don't, no, NKLA, please don't fade today. I really don't want NKLA to fade today. You know what? I'm gonna use the 10-day as the trailing stop for Livongo now, just because it's getting very extended. This is what I usually do. Like when a thing starts going parabolic, I just tighten up the stocks. There's no reason to use the 20-day. And if it keeps going even more, I may use the 20 EMA on the 60-minute chart. Actually, I'm gonna use the 65 EMA for now on the 60-minute chart as my trailing stop. Like if it keeps going, tomorrow there could be a short opportunity in it. And in that case, obviously, I'm gonna sell all my shares. You know, when things are, you know, start go parabolic, you gotta tighten up the stops. You gotta tighten up the stops. Well, close below. I used the close. Well, the thing is, the problem with you know, Elon has been promising full self-driving for years. Like the Teslas were supposed to be full self-driving like 2017, 2018. So for what it's worth. I mean, they're obviously gonna be eventually, but you know, his timelines are maybe not the most trustworthy. Oh, what's this? Going straight up. Wait, is this in one of my... Oh, okay. MERP 1964, and all of those who are new on the stream, go to my Twitter and look at the pinned tweet. There are 2 videos there. You need to watch those videos to understand the setups I trade and my methodology. But to answer your question, this thing is just taking out like a year-long range, and also it has had some very good news flow lately. Like this thing is a very hated stock. A lot of people are very skeptical of their business model, but they just keep executing. And now it's just breaking out of a long range after, you know, building higher lows and from this tight consolidation in the short term. But on the weekly chart, you know, this thing is just taking out the long range. It looks beautiful. That was the setup for me on Roku. And Fastly obviously is gonna be a main short watch starting tomorrow. This thing I'm also gonna I'm gonna trail the rising 20 EMA, the yellow line at the 60-minute chart. Not gonna give back any profits on this thing. Man, I can't believe this is up more than 3 times, or it's a triple since we initially bought it on the earnings. Unbelievable. What a move. I did not see this coming. I was happy if this thing was gonna go to 50, 70. Now it's over 100. Holy shit. Starting tomorrow, we're gonna start getting some solid short setups. The problem is I'm long some of them, like Livongo and Fastly, the 2 best stocks right now. I'm long those. This is why you focus on momentum leaders. You know, you're not gonna get any big moves in these random stocks like Singa. I think someone mentioned it yesterday, and glue and stuff like that. This is some random stocks, you know, having breakouts. You know, you need to focus on the momentum leaders. You really need to. You need to be in the best stocks. If you want to make a lot of money, you need to be in the best stocks. You can't trade these random piece of shit stocks that you guys trade, or a lot of you do, I know. NIO, okay, retesting VWAP here. No, volume is not king, price action is king. Guys, AMD is just having a day one breakout of a long range. There is no short here. It's not parabolic on any time frame. Stop trading these random stocks. Shapeardy Michael, you need to go to my Twitter and look at the videos. Like, you need an edge. You can't trade setups with no edge. Go to the pinned tweet I have on Twitter and watch the video for some good setup ideas. Yeah, I know. It's a big edge in UAVs. This is it's a pump stock. Like, it's a former runner. If they can run once, they can run a second time. TQQQ, yeah, because, you know, this thing was straight up for multiple days after already being straight up for multiple months. So, you know, 2 days ago we had a little bit of reversal setup. So what I did yesterday was pretty much short it when it started weakening midday and losing VWAP. I thought it was a good risk reward, but I covered it before it closed, since it, you know, took out the highs of the day. That was my setup. It's a classic. It's a variation of the setup I'm mentioning in my videos, in my pinned videos. I only trade 3 setups and variations of those. And sometimes they don't work, and that's fine. But right now, like TQQ, if it can keep going straight up, or if it can start weakening, like, I would like to see a close below the rising 10-day. Because like, if it starts losing the rising 10, the rising 20 days, because every time the market pulls back, you know, TQQ is usually a very good short. But it needs to start losing the rising 10 and the rising 20 days. And the best times to short this thing is after it has ran for like 3, 4, 5 months. Like, you got some good entries here, here, both at the multi-month runs. You had a good one here. And now I'm watching it too. Maybe in a few weeks or a few months, who knows. Damn, AMD. Ah. Space and AMD, the ones I don't do, those are the ones that are straight up. Okay. Very nice. Alibaba is mean reverting a little bit. A lot of the China names are mean reverting today. Hopefully they can go sideways for, yeah, Tencent is pulling back. This is good. Wow, Tencent, this thing has a big run. Dun 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 dun. AMD, ADR, yeah, it's in the lower range. Yeah, 3.8. Usually I try to stay above 4. But the thing with AMD, it's a high-priced, very liquid stock. You can do a lot of size. So that's a good part. But yeah, it's generally a little bit lower. But you know, sometimes it's not a hard rule. You have to look at other things too. Small caps? Yeah, they do. Small caps look weak. Okay, I re-shorted a little bit of NIO. I didn't go as much size I had earlier because I don't think it's as clean of a setup. I like opening range low setups more, but I added back 30,000 shares. Maybe I'll add another 30, 40, 50,000 shares later. Tesla looks weaker, like it's weakening now. A lot of things are weakening. I'm raising a lot of stops today. I refuse to give back any profits. I'm also selling a tiny bit more of both Fastly and Livongo because those things are seriously extended. DSS, okay, straight up fade so far. What a piece of shit. I'm gonna clean one of my backwatch lists. So we are at 9th of July and my last backwatch list is 11th of June. Let's see what happened 11th of June. That's when TQQ, oh, that's when I went short TQQ opening range lows because it broke the uptrend. And also that's the day when the airlines and cruise line bounced off their rising 20-day moving averages. Oh, Twix is delisted now. Twix is delisted now. Twix, I had my first $1 million losing day on this thing, and I had my first $2 million winning days. I will forever miss this thing. Best trading ETF ever. But now it is gone. Rest in peace. Yeah, guys, if you're here to scalp, this is not the place for you. Please, this is a swing trading room and position trading room. We're here to make big money, not to scalp for pennies. We are not here to scalp for pennies. Yeah, there's plenty of day trading and scalping rooms that are actually pretty good. Nate's room is pretty good. I think he's legit. But most of them are not. Most of them are just front running their customers. But again, this is not for you. If you're looking to day trade and scalp, this is not the place for you. Beyond Meat looks like it's breaking down from this little pattern here. Oh shit, ARCT, what's going on here? Oh, it's fading. Okay. There may be another ad spot on NIO developing, which is the lows of the current 60-minute candle for later, maybe in a couple of hours. Again, it doesn't have to go down, but if you can build a tight range for a few hours and then break lower, that could be a good risk-reward setup, potentially. Okay, looks like oil stocks are all breaking down. Oil names are breaking lower. All the cyclical commodity related names look like shit. Well, it depends, but mostly if I go long, I usually buy everything at once. Like Roku, I bought everything at once. It's more common that I size into a parabolic type of, like when I short. But when I go long, I usually mostly buy it all at once. You know, either you get a trigger or you don't. Yeah, this is why, you know, lighten down a little bit on my extended stocks. You know, the markets are, you know, constantly extended, you know, very vulnerable to these small shakeouts. And these small shakeouts are great because then you can see what's strong and what's not. Wait, is this INO setting up again? There are some interesting setups developing in some of the electric vehicle stocks, maybe in a couple of sessions. Um, I'm talking about stuff like workhorse, or not EV, but you know, the whatever you want to call it, EV and fuel cells and whatnot, like workhorse, SHLL, Solo, Graph, kinda breaking out today, but AYRO, Blink, etc., etc. Definitely something I'm watching. AYRO offering? I don't know. When was the last time I used Supernova pattern? Yesterday, NIO. Classic Supernova. Classic 5-star. Okay, random 1408. Go to my Twitter and look at what I tweeted just like a couple of hours ago or 4 hours ago. I had a mini rant about options. Like I always say, option daily. You know, options is a sucker's game. I don't think you should do options. Yeah, options are for losers. Like I see a lot of people getting blinded by the options. It's pretty much a lottery ticket mentality. You know, you put down a small amount of money and you can make 500,000% of that in a short amount of time. The problem is the odds are against you. Things get much more complex. You have time against you. And trading is hard as it is. We do know from research from many different countries over many different decades that most short-term traders lose money most of the time. And those numbers are even worse for options traders. Okay? Just go look at my little rant earlier today. And look, and also read the New York Times article. They have some links to the research. I honestly think options is a sucker's game. Like, if you haven't already made at least a few million in the stock market, you have no business trading options. And once you've made a few million at least from the stock market, you don't have to trade options. You already found the winning formula. That's what I think about options. Exactly. People get lured by the leverage. People lack setups, they lack processes. So they think, oh, look at this shiny thing with a lot of leverage. But it's not going to help you if you don't have a process and a setup and conviction. Well, congratulations on your millions. If they're up 500% all day. What's the best way to learn everything about getting good in stocks? I'm gonna tell you. Tune off media. Tune off Twitter. Go back and study thousands of stocks. Every stock in the US stock market. Look at the monthly chart, the weekly chart, or whatever chart. As long back as you can. Look at all the big moves. Spend at least 1,000 hours studying. You're gonna find at least 3 to 5 setup ideas, okay? Choose the 1 or 2 that suit your personality the most, okay? Build a database of thousands of examples, and then you just start trading those 1 or 2 setups, and you're gonna be a millionaire. Doesn't matter. You don't need a 1 home run trade. You don't need to get lucky. You don't need to do options. You don't need a huge amounts of leverage, okay? In the next bull run, you're gonna make millions. I guarantee you. That's how you get good at stocks. You need to study at least 1,000 hours. How stocks actually move. Stop listen to people's opinions. Stop listen to stock tips. Stop looking at news. Tune everything out. It's all irrelevant. It's all noise. When the bull run is over, you gotta adapt. There's a lot more mean reversion setups, and usually if you're a swing or position trader, you know, once the markets are downtrending, there's really not many long setups. So you know, you just have to wait. Holy shit! Things. What? Wait. What happened? Did the market go to zero right now? What the fuck? Markets went to zero. Okay, let's see. Livongo, look at this thing. This is one of the most extended stocks in the market. This thing is still up on the day. It's above VWAP. Okay, it just lost VWAP, but you know, look at this. This is strength. What do you guys think will happen to this stock once the market stops going down? It's gonna go straight to 120. Wait, UAVS, this thing stopped me out. I lost 14,000 on UAVS. It didn't go to 10. Like we were promised. Damn Twitter. They lied. Look at something like CS. Again, this thing is right on VWAP intraday. Still up 4% on the day. Where do you guys think this thing will go once the selling pressure in the market ceases? Fastly. Exactly the same scenario here. You have stock that's already like straight up for months and months. It can't even go red. A lot of my stocks, they're still, you know, up a bunch on the day, even though they are off their highs. All of these stocks, they're gonna go straight up once the selling pressure in the market ceases. You gotta listen to the stocks. They're talking to you. Sometimes they're yelling to you. Sometimes they're whispering. But they're always communicating to you. All you have to do is to listen. That's all you have to do. Now obviously if the markets keep tanking, they're gonna start stopping me out one by one. But right now, well, we'll see. Kind of hard to... Okay, Beyond Meat broke down, so this is not a long watch anymore. mRNA is kind of weak. Maybe I should go short mRNA. Not yet. Not yet. To rush, yes. That's exactly what I meant. Is the takeaway that stocks tend to move in predictable patterns, and rather than wasting your time with some secret get rich quick method, you can learn the patterns and make your money off of it? Yes. Exactly. Can I copy that to Twitter? That's that's actually pretty good. Damn, now I wish I had done another 30,000 of NIO. Oh wow, eBay. This thing actually... Wow, this thing is up 20% in a short amount of time. Okay. What are the other mega caps doing? Facebook is bull flagging. Google, it looks good. Amazon, Apple. Okay. Now it's all about seeing which stocks find support and show relative strength during this little sell-off we're having. And okay, I just shorted a tiny bit of NVAX. Just looks like it's about to break down on the 60-minute candle. This is an extended stock, so this isn't like an alternative setup I sometimes trade. You know, it could very easily revert back to like $80 or so. So let's see here. But looks like it may have found some support for now. Because it couldn't take out yesterday's lows. Most of my stocks look good. They're all finding support on the rising moving averages and 60-minute chart. That's exactly what you want to see. Like Zoom, just surfing the rising 20 EMA. Shopify built another higher low. Beely found support at the rising 10 EMA. Fastly's pulling back a little bit. It's probably gonna find support on the rising 10 EMA. So far, CS reclaimed VWAP. Livongo looks like it wants to reclaim VWAP. USX, what's the no, it's a random microcap stock. There's no edge in something like this. Stick to the momentum leaders. Like, it's fine to trade microcap stocks, but it has to be a momentum leader. Like something like VXRT, this is a momentum leader. This thing is a triple over the past few weeks. Something like USX, it's just a random laggard. Thin as hell, low priced. No edge in something like this. You need an edge to make money in the markets. David, are you begging me of money again? It's David, he's always begging for money. How you determine momentum? Pretty much focus on the 1 or 2% strongest stocks in any time frame, like the last month, the last 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, etc., etc. You always want to trade like the strongest stocks on are the ones that make for the best shorts and the best longs. UAVS, yeah, it is a momentum leader. It's up 50%, or actually not. It's up 30% in this week. But this is also a former runner, and it has a theme. Like it has a big theme. It's getting pumped as an Amazon play, that they have a contract with Amazon. They don't, but you know, it's getting pumped as that. So I just saw a good risk reward setup here. That's why I traded it. You know, I have variations on my setups. Yeah, you always want to trade the strongest stocks. Yeah, I'm gonna show you one of my scans. Like they all look the same, just change the time frame. Look at this scan. Biggest 6-month gainers. Very simple, okay? Dollar volume 60 million. Like obviously you guys that trade smaller accounts, you can put a smaller amount there. ADR, average daily percentage range for the past 20 days, 3.5%. Like those of you guys that trade smaller accounts, which most of you do, you can decrease this number and increase this number, okay? You can easily increase this to 4, 4.5 and get this down to 20 or 30 million. And price growth 6 months racks between 93 and max. So pretty much I'm looking at the 7% strongest stocks. But the way it's not really, it's actually, you know, less than the top 7%. I don't know why it shows because, you know, because of these criteria it weeds out a lot and it doesn't adapt to the like whatever, you know, this is what I use, and I get like end of day I usually get like 50, 60, 70 results on this scan, which is about 1% of the total stock market, and that's what you want. You want the 1 or 2% of the best ones. Yes. Man, everything died off. Like my Twitter feed is not moving. The chat is totally dead. Or no, not really, but it's kind of funny what some downticks can do. Like people freak out. And so far most of my stocks are finding support on the 60-minute chart. Look at where BLDP found support. You see this? The rising 20 EMA on the 60-minute chart. Boom. Net undercut and reclaimed its rising 20 EMA. Twilio undercut and reclaimed the rising 20 EMA. Looks like NVAX is probably gonna reclaim too. This thing is not breaking down. Overstock is building higher lows above the rising 20 EMA, which is not great since I'm short. SC looks like it found so far support on the rising 20 EMA. Melee so far found, this is lower stock, so this thing is riding the 65 EMA on the 60-minute chart. You see this? This is the moving average this thing serves. D-Dog bounced off the rising 20 EMA. Like these short-term market pullbacks in a rising trend is a great way to see what's strong and what's not. BA bounced off the rising 20 EMA. This is the EMA this stock is surfing. mRNA pop. Yeah. What? Tech in healthcare is building momentum? No, they're not. SLM is breaking down. RCM is not doing anything. And HMSY, what's this? Also not doing anything. These things have no... Oh, SLP? Well, this thing has momentum, yeah. This thing looks good. What are the growth numbers on this thing? It's a very thin stock, but yeah, it's it's a slow grower. Big estimates for next year. Yeah. This company has things going for them. But the other one, RCM, it's just it's a slow mover. There's no, or actually there is growth. This is also a steady grower, but it doesn't have a lot of momentum. Stick to the momentum leaders if you want to make big money trading. There's a lot of stocks and sectors that have interesting themes, but if they're not momentum leaders, they're a waste of time. Alright, I'm gonna do one more scan, then I'm gonna cut the stream. I need to get some food, and I'm also getting a sore throat from talking too much. Have I mentioned I don't like talking? I suffer so you guys can succeed. What won't I do for strangers on the internet? I'm a very good man. I'm a saint. I'm an angel reincarnated. I'm trying to build a cult. You know how fascinating it is to watch these like documentaries about people who built their own cults? Some of them like committed suicide, but some were just like weird sex cults and did some weird shit. It's super fascinating. Like if you have the persistence, you can build a cult. It's pretty amazing. So that's what I'm trying to do. That's why I suffer. It's not for you, it's for you, it's for me. I haven't decided yet if it's gonna be a sex cult or a suicide cult. But since you are mostly guys and I'm a heterosexual, it's probably not gonna be a sex cult. So I'm leaning more on a suicide cult. Poho CH. I hope this is not gonna be a sex cult. We could implement this sex stuff. Oh man. You're all gonna fly to Stockholm when you become millionaires? You're welcome. We need cult girls, yes. Yeah, money making cult. Yeah, we could do a money making cult. Because like a suicide cult, like it's you know, I don't really want to commit suicide. Yeah. Money making cult would be nice. Yeah, like Scientology. Where is the gangbang? There's not gonna be a gangbang, you perverts. Food cult. Stock porn cult, yes. Poho CS, CC, yeah, I know. Earth is flat. Ah. Yeah, our beautiful flat Earth. I remember when I just casually mentioned it that the chat freaked out. Oh, it was too funny. Hey, why are there several red stocks in my portfolio? The markets must be broken. There's something wrong with the markets. I have several red positions. What's going on? This is a great time to weed out the weakest names. Like if you have a long portfolio, this is a great time to get rid of the weakest names. Like RH, like I bought it last week, it never really went. It's just kind of going sideways. Not really what I want to see. So this is like a prime candidate to get rid of. Well, most of my other things, even though they're pulling back, they're just pulling back to rising support, like Labu, WRTC. BNTX has been going sideways, but it's so far surfing the rising 10-day, so it looks fine. BNTX, you know, pulled back the rising 20 EMA. Like most of them are just, you know, in an uptrend and pulling back the rising support. Tesla so far holding the rising 20 EMA. Look at how perfectly it's holding it. But if it can lose that later, we could have a flush, maybe even get below yesterday's lows. So that's an area I'm willing to watch, but obviously later in the day or tomorrow would be ideal. Oh yeah, I was supposed to cut the stream because I was tired of talking, and instead I was talking about starting a cult and stuff like that. So let's see. Mark, are you talking about the stock, Mark? Yeah, Mark had some shitty earnings. Surprise, surprise. I was actually long Mark into the earnings, and then it gapped down, and I took like a $40,000, $50,000 loss on it. I think, was it pre-market or was it after hours? I don't remember. But I took a decent. I sold it like 230s, I think, or 220s, 230s. You'll have to study thousands of hours of what makes a great cult. Yes, that is true. That's true. No matter what it is, no matter what you want to become good at, you have to spend, you know, thousands of hours of study. Alright guys, thanks for joining today. All the new guys, hope you found some value. Go to my Twitter, check out the pinned tweet, look at the 2 videos there Do you understand how I trade? This is a swing trading community. We are not giving alerts. It's all about learning how to actually trade, not to follow someone else. And hope you had a good trading day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good luck.